Welcome back to Dr. Stone Anime Review, episode number 38. We're here reviewing the final episode of Season 3, Beyond the New World. Yep, and this one adapts from the rest of Chapter 141 and goes to the entire 142, and that's it. Roughly 4 chapters into a 31 chapter arc, which means it has 27 left. So, I'm going to theorize basically what happens next. We'll talk about. So, we start off with Tsukasa, where you Senku. He runs up the world's teenage primate. So, he uses basic Medusa. So, Chrome, Kohaku, pretty much everybody there. Basically, Senku puts the Medusa device near his body, and of course, his temporary turned to stone. Senku puts some fluid on him, and he's fully healed. His sister Mari is very happy to see him. So then, of course, they plan a future. So yeah, we're gonna go to space, but the plan. Well, first, basically, you got this massive project, and what is it? Well, it's a globe.
Here's what you've been waiting for.
Okay. Uh-huh. Anyways, before I got really interrupted there. Yeah, so they build a globe, basically, and they point out various places where they want to revive and basically try to revive humanity. That's basically the end goal now. We're getting toward that right now. And that's pretty much the plan. So they plan to revive over 100 humans to basically build cities, establish law and order. Though, of course, basically the criminal element will be Tsukasa will be going with them to basically question any any illegal efforts, per se. Yep. And, of course, the whole thing with him, he has money very much, but he does listen to Risue. Basically, he talks to somebody where it's not for controlling people's smoke, it's more establishing desires. And the way he hears it, also he had this thing where he's putting his fingers on the reporter's face, oh, I love all women. I love everybody. Yeah, he even calls Nikki a woman because they didn't think Nikki was a woman because basically she's a big muscular woman. Yeah. Oh, by the way, in case you're forgetting, Tsukasa has basically been in sort of cold freeze since the end of season 2. So we're now basically here. We're at the end of season 3 of the show. And, well, he's been revived. So the plan is basically go out to sea again. This time for several months. They want to go right now because the winter months are coming up, so they want to get that out of the way. So they send out the Perseus crew, and of course, basically, they're going to go. First place to go to is the Americas, specifically the United States. And the goal is to build a rocket to go to the moon. Yep. And they're going to have revived people across the world, out of Japan, to, see everything. Yep. I like the fact this episode is basically lays the groundwork what we're going to see for season 4 of the show, which they did confirm that here. Excuse me, interesting way, but all in all, pretty good episode. The episode really well, and it's just Tsukasa basically seeing Francois cooking cinnamon rolls. Yes, I thought this was kind of funny. Cinnamon rolls. And of course, they have Risu where he's just helping out because he can. And because everybody's got the crack seal, but not Senku for some reason, probably because he was temporarily paralyzed and got revived. He's almost got the cracks up, and of course, everybody basically, in order to make sure everybody's fully revived, everybody has all the cracks redrawn on it via paint. All started with Gin, the mentalist. He's one started it, and everybody basically chipped in. And Taiju, and of course, Senku's your cracks didn't look like that. It's slash across the face. Senku's it did. Oh yeah, also the swordsman that they picked up from Treasure Island. He briefly battles them, and, it's really quick. If you're really curious, they cut the battle up. Not really, they're just adapting what's there. So, it's he's pretty strong. He can use some discipline in martial arts. So, he surrenders. Presumably, he might be teaching him some fighting skills. Even though he's basically a swordsman. I wouldn't be surprised if Senku decided to make him a katana just like how Kohaku's a katana. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but this episode was really good, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next season when it comes out. Final thoughts on season 3 of the show. Really good season. The only fault I have with this season is the whole thing with the cores. Now, normally when they do this nowadays, they have cores announced ahead of time. Yeah, we're gonna split 2 cores. We're going to end it here, and then we're gonna have another core. This is the first season of Dr. Stone to do the core thing. I think it's to basically as an apology for the last season of the show being only 11 episodes. Yeah, last season was really short, just 11 episodes, and that was it. And I thought as though when I reached episode 11 of this season, like, oh, that's going to be, and like, oh, that's part 1 of part 2. We got core coming later. Okay. And it's something, though, with the exception of One Piece cases, where those 2 are not going to go anytime soon, that this show will be the first one to be finished up out of everybody? Yeah, that's kind of weird. I didn't thought that at all. By the way, in case you're curious though, and by the way, they confirmed next season will be the last one, which is called Science Future, which is going to have the remaining arcs of the series. Now, New America arc is the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's roughly the fifth to last arc of the whole series. Now, my guess is that the very next season's show will hopefully go through about 3 chapters per episode. I'm hoping of that. And maybe they confirm it's the final season, so my guess is either 3 chapters. Given the fact that we have 27 episodes left to go, we probably can get this done in probably like 9-ish. I'd say 9. You're thinking, okay, what about the next arc, South America, which that's like 24 chapters. This one I can see get done in about 8. Yeah. New Stone World, I'd say 2-ish. Globetrotting, I'd say about 4. Mission Moon, it's like 20 chapters, so I'd say about 6 episodes. So if they split 2 cores, hopefully the first core is not 11 episodes again. I really hope I'm not. I think that'd be kind of dumb for them to do that. Now, my theory of how much basically each episode going to adapt for the next season, that is me theorizing it right now. That's just my personal theory in the matter. Maybe the studio wants that more. If they do 4, well, you can probably do it in. Well, if I'm hoping also that next season is not going to be 22 episodes. Like, given how much material is left, if you're really curious, how many chapters are left to be adapted for the series? It's a good question. Let's see. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There is roughly 90 chapters left to go to be adapted for the series. So, maybe my personal hope is that we get the hour-long episodes to adapt a lot more material. Yes, given the fact there's 90 chapters left, my personal hope is each episode is 45 minutes long. I'm hoping at the ways, yes. If you do that, you can probably get through these chapters pretty quickly. Presumably, yes. If you do basically an hour, you can presumably get done about 4 chapters an episode. Actually, no, more like about 6. Well, it could basically get done pretty quickly. It depends. But it all depends on the series itself. When does it come out? Don't know. No confirmation about that, but the thing is, the manga ended 2 years ago, so they could easily do the very next season just next year. Yep. So yeah, that's that particular view. Might be time later to review, but who knows? Okay, next view. Bye.